Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil and Pigment, and today I'm going to be drawing a portrait. So grab a sketchbook, grab a sheet of paper, grab a surface, grab a medium. Let's draw together. I'm going to be using this Zig Clean Color Real Brush. This is by Kiritaki, and this is the marine green. I haven't used this in forever. So in the effort to cycle through all my supplies evenly, that is what I'm going to be doing. I'm also going to be attempting a negative space with a hand. Oh, and I'm not good at drawing hands, but again, I can't get better if I never practice. So this is my practice. I'm going to go off the page here so I have something to sort of catch the ink a bit. Trying new things. So my husband has a birthday coming up, and I asked him what he wanted, and we were joking around, and he's like, I totally want a piñata. And I'm all, okay, that's hilarious. Let's do that. And he's a ton of fun. And I said, well, what kind of piñata do you want? And he said, I want a dragon. And I'm like, yes, 100%. Dragons are amazing. Let's do a dragon piñata. And he's like, but I want you to make it. I was all, okay. Is this bleeding through? No, it's not bleeding through. We're okay. Sure. I have never made a piñata before. Pinterest has things. I've pinned things from Pinterest. I've seen things. I know there's how-tos on blogs and the internet, and there's probably something on Instructables. There may be even some YouTube videos of folks making stuff. Oh, this tip gets right in there. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. We have a cardboard box. I'm gonna cut two sides and then I guess tape around. My worry is that it's gonna look like a dinosaur more than a dragon. But I love dinosaurs, so maybe if that ends up accidentally happening, my husband will be all right with it. But then I'm like, well, what do you put in a piñata for someone in their 40s? He doesn't drink. I don't drink. So those little tiny boozy bottles that people put in for adults isn't really going to work. I thought about getting some different garden seeds, putting together maybe some flower bombs. Are you familiar with that? Like guerrilla gardening, where folks take clay and soil and then they put sunflower seeds in there and they make like a little ball that's hardened, and then people like put them places and then sunflowers grow. I love sunflowers. They're such a really cool, they roots like clean the soil and they attract really cool insects, and yeah. So maybe I'll do flower bombs? I don't know what the plan is per se. I'm gonna have to figure out what to put in a piñata for an adult man in his 40s. Oh, it's hilarious. Problem solving fun things. And then also making something I've never made before. So I've never done a piñata. I don't know how long it's gonna take. I don't know if I'll be any good at it. I really enjoy trying creative things I've never done before. I think that sort of challenge is good for our brains, and I don't know, it's just fun. Just keeps things interesting and spicy. I'm gonna go for some serious eyebrows today. Like, no joke, not playing around eyebrows. Anyway, so that's my thought process, because his birthday's coming up. A piñata. And then I was like, well, what do you want for dessert? And he's like, oh, I'm making my own dessert. I'm like, you can't make your own birthday dessert. But he does every year because he just loves baking and making stuff. So it's gonna be interesting. I don't know if I'm going to record the process Like some things that are just family stuff, I kind of want to keep that family, you know, not so much public consumption, but maybe I'll take a picture of it when it's all done. And I'll put that photo in next week's video. If you want to see what I came up with, what it looks like, if it was a success, if it's just a bizarre blob of cardboard. I don't know, could be fun, could be wild, I'm not sure. Again, I just, he just cracks me up. Oh, piñata. Why not a piñata? We should all have piñatas at our birthdays. And then I think we're going to have some archery, because archery's fun. And then I'll get some like balloons, and we can shoot balloons with bows and arrows for fun. Everybody seems to enjoy that. And then play some games. And if the weather's nice, we'll go to the beach, because he's a big beach guy. If the weather is not cooperating, then we'll go hike in the forest or something. We'll find something to do. The piñata thing like threw me. I'm like, you want a piñata? Oh my goodness. A dragon. He's not a dragon. He's Year of the Monkey. My brother's a dragon. I'm like a ram or a sheep. Something like that. I don't know. I'm one of those things. I don't really follow like the different animal things or the astrology things. I don't really follow those too close. I don't know. He says we're both fire, so we're fire. Woo! I don't know what that means either, but that's fine. Sorry, my voice is just a mess. And I'm trying to still put out consistent videos, even though it's tired and wants a break. This video may not be very long, just because I need to have some tea. Probably some hot soup. But we'll get through it together. And we will figure out how to do a dragon piñata. Keep challenging me. That's what I like. I apologize for clearing my throat so much. I'm really trying to get it to not be so scratchy. It's hard. It's hard, some of the things that you don't think about, like when you go to do YouTube and do videos, like constantly thinking about like how your throat is going to sound and how you take care of it. Like, I'm not a singer, so I'm not used to doing tons of things that take care of my throat, but over the past few years, I feel like maybe I should be rethinking my whole stance on scarves and protecting my throat a little bit more. Just because, like, I could do things to music. In my first couple of videos on this channel, I didn't want to talk, and where we used to live, there's no way. I had the world's worst allergies in the world where we used to live, so my throat closed up all the time. But here it's way better. But some days still, like, I just have a low tolerance to allergens, so like there isn't a lot anybody can do with that, you know. And I used to have tons and tons of allergy meds that I used to take, and they would work for a while and then they would stop working, and then I'd have to find a different set of allergy meds and hope those would work. Sometimes they did for a while, and then I'd have to switch it up again. It was a mess. So where we live is better, which is why I get to talk in my videos. which is kind of awesome. Boy, I hope this works and looks right. This is, oh, negative space, man. Negative space. I can always tell if things are gonna look right or come out okay. Some shapes look okay. Sometimes you can tell like things are going well, and sometimes you can't tell. But I hope this is one where it does. Anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I hope your April is going well. Are you trying anything new you've never tried before? I definitely lump things like crafts and creating with the arts. I know people have different labels for stuff, but like to me, making a piñata seems like a very creative endeavor. So I'm real interested in trying to figure out if you're doing any hands-on craft stuff. I'd be interested to know. I have tried some things in my life. I tried cross stitch back in the day, a long time ago. I'm not very good. The back of it, like there's an art to making the front look good, and then there's an art to the back looking good and stuff and not being a mess. The back of my cross stitch was an absolute nightmare mess. I didn't really know what I was doing. I still don't. My youngest daughter is pretty decent at embroidery. She like got a book and got some thread and I was like figuring it out and I'm like, what the heck? That's amazing. I see the really funny like embroidery things you can buy on Etsy that are real snarky and fun. And those always like crack me up, but I don't know about needle and thread for different crafts. I just don't think that's in my wheelhouse at all. I'll leave that to the professionals. Oh, it's kind of a loud day. I apologize. There are lots of people out and about. Anyway. It kind of comes together. I don't know, I may need to add a little bit of stippling and things for like blending and I don't know, little dots, and sometimes hard lines don't look as good as things blended out a little bit. I don't know. We shall see. Sort of. Shall sort of see. What's nice about these is they have a really, really fine tip. So if that's something that you crave with brush pens, this one's good. You can add water. It's water soluble. It sort of breaks apart and does interesting things. If you're interested in that aspect as well. Anyway, I think this is my illustration. Kind of a headband going on. A little bit. And kind of a hand. So, there we go. This pen is a little uneven with the ink, but that's all right. It's hard on coated paper with some inks. It gets really streaky. Sort of a plus and minus to all different types of paper. So that's something to keep in mind with Tomoe River. Whatever iteration you're using, things can be sort of streaked. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this short video. I'm gonna go get some tea. I hope your week is absolutely wonderful. Again, next week I will post a picture of the finished piñata. And we can have a good chuckle together, and I can tell you about how long that took me to do and what the process was like. So have a great one. Bye.